Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we actually give you our opinions, which you can take home as facts.
That's fate.
I am your host, Chuck, and we got Randy. Say what's up, Randy.
Yo, what's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, tonight is Friday, and you know what Friday is? It is happy hour. But we're going to talk about some news as well because there's a lot of good news came out this today, actually. And we're going to go and address some of this good news as we're drinking. Unfortunately, I don't have a drink with me.
You don't have a drink?
I don't
Nothing?
have a drink. No, not even water. That's
I'm
weird.
sipping on this Bahama Mama right here.
Bahama Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, that Bahama Mama up. I want to see that Bahama Mama.
Right here. It's Bahama Mama. It's rum. It's various mixtures of rum. It's Bacardi Dark, Bacardi Light, Malibu rum with orange juice and pineapple juice. And a
Nice.
shot of grenadine.
Nice. Look at you up here being a mixologist. Good for you. You went out mixing it up. I like that. I like that. I like that for you. I like that for you.
And Defunct, he got watermelon lemonade Snapple. Man, I had some watermelon lemonade Snapple today. It was like the first time or in a long time. It was freaking delicious. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. They got sugar. They throw that sugar into it. That's what they do.
Well, I shouldn't be drinking that, but still, it was delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, we will load it up with sugar, make you feel good about it.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know, today I had a proper dinner. I ended up getting some chicken from Honey Kettle. If you ever come to LA, I'm gonna take you to Honey
Got
Kettle.
a LA staple.
Oh yeah. It's LA staple, Honey Kettle. It
Okay,
is delicious.
I bet it is. Hey, you know me and like fried chicken.
Yeah,
I
this
won't
is
be no
like next
stereotype
level.
there, but I
I
don't
mean,
get
everything they make there is good. Their biscuits are delicious. But it's like when they pack your chicken up, they're like, "Do you want hot sauce and honey?" And you mix them together, so it's like sweet and spicy at the same time. It's delicious. It's just
I
delicious
don't really
food.
like hot sauce though.
Man, you will like their hot sauce,
Yeah, honey, I throw on with the biscuits, but I don't really. I'm not a big lover of.
but their biscuits are next level. They are next level.
What is it? What's the name of it again?
Honey Kettle,
Honey kettle. Okay.
Honey Kettle. Um, uh, for news, let's jump in straight into news because I'm really excited about this. Disney Plus premiered the new trailer for American Born Chinese, which is an emotional, action-filled trailer. The trailer for American Born Chinese, based on a graphic novel of the same name by Jean Lewin Yang, offers a first look at the action-packed genre-hopping comedy series. Like the graphic novel, the series is coming of age story that follows Jin Wang, Ben Wang, Jin Wang, Ben Wang as American teenager and son of Taiwanese immigrants as he struggles to fit in with his peers at the American high school. American born Chinese sees Jin's life change, however, when he befriends a new student who also happens to be the son of a mythological god. It's 8 episodes, so we do have an episode count. It's 8 episodes, and Disney Plus is doing something that we have not expected in a long time. They're dropping all 8 episodes at the same time.
I kind of think they have to, man. I think they gotta. I think they've got to burn out the content. If they're gonna be a serious player in the content game, they gotta keep up with Netflix, and we know how Netflix does it.
But they haven't done it with any of their marquee titles. Like they won't do it with
They
Marvel, and they won't do it with
well,
Star Wars.
they did no, they did it with Tales of the Jedi
They did, but that was shorts though. Those are shorts.
shorts.
They were short films. But anything serialized, they're like,
I thought they did it
not
with
so.
something that I thought they did another
They
one with
did Visions too. They dropped them all at the same time.
Visions. They're gonna do the Muppets all at once. They're
Yeah,
doing
they'll do the
all
Muppets
at
all at
once.
once, but Muppets aren't marquee for them.
I get that, and I get that, but I feel like they still got to compete, man.
They do. They need
I
to
try
drop
to do
every.
it on
They should have
every.
dropped all of the Mandalorian all at once.
Yeah,
They
that
should have
they
dropped.
may can't do it with everything all at once, but like they gotta realize there's going to be some strategic decisions where they're going to have to drop some things all at once.
I mean, it's hard to compete against Netflix. Netflix got fire,
You know,
fire all day long.
they in the streaming game, man. They gotta
Yep.
they have to do it. So let me ask you, Chuck, are you familiar with this graphic novel?
Yes, I know of the graphic novel. I haven't read the graphic novel.
Okay.
I know of the graphic novel though. Yes.
I'm not that familiar with it, but from the trailer, it looks freaking
Yeah.
crazy.
It's it's the kid is the I think the son of the Monkey King.
Oh,
And he haven't grabbed this other kid and said, I need you to help me out.
yeah, it looks super dope. And of course, it's got the goat in it. Michelle Yeoh,
Mm-hmm. It
probably
does. Matter of fact,
got
this has the title of almost everything, everywhere, all at once back in it. They brought them back. They brought the band back together. They're like, we're gonna do it. We're all gonna get Emmys this year. We're gonna go for the Emmy this year.
Disney, and I think we just talked about this a little while ago. Disney was smart and Paramount was dragging his feet. They got Michelle Yeoh at the pre-Oscar prices, right? So she could do a full series.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek, they was playing around and with the negotiations, so then they had to settle for just a one-time movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man, it looks
But
super fun and super good.
they got
Go ahead.
yeah, they got Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
They got Daniel Wu in this.
Mm-hmm.
Kehu Kwan back in this. They got so I was like, man, they got the whole entire cast from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm like, Jesus, they really nailed it. You
So go
you
ahead.
are Yan Yan. They got her. I mean, they brought it. And Michelle on top of that, Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. So are we moving into a direction of like great Asian content? Because we know South Korea is killing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just saw Beef. That was amazing. Everything all at once.
Great
Then
Asian American content.
not
I
even
think
Asian content, just like Asian creators, Asian and Asian American content creators.
like Asian creators in America, because I mean South Korea makes great content. They're making
That's what I
great
said.
for
I said
Japan.
South Korea is killing it, and it's
Yeah.
coming over here. And it's well, maybe I'm saying is the popularity growing over here in this
Yes, it is growing over here. It is growing over here. Korean dramas are big. They're like the biggest dramas around the world.
right? And a
Like,
couple years ago that wouldn't have played as well over in America, right? But like I think
yeah,
now it's gotten so good that like America's forced to recognize an American creators like probably need to step up their game because Squid Game was the biggest thing in the whole goddamn world.
yes,
Everything all at once, it's dope.
yes,
It saw beef,
yes.
anime
But
is popping, like so
in America, yeah,
in
like
America.
the
In
rest
America,
of the world is like
they're already there, right?
is
The rest of the
crushing
world,
it.
right,
Yeah,
right, right. The rest of the world is already there, but
they're like the soccer champs. They're like the World Cup soccer
right,
champs, and
absolutely
everybody knows it. And
right.
America's the only place that doesn't realize that.
But that's what I'm saying. So are we
Yeah,
seeing increase in the popularity over here?
yeah. I think we are. I think we're gonna see. Well, I don't think American content creators are going to step up because Hollywood budgets are still Hollywood budgets, and they think they're going we do
More.
good enough for America, and that's all that matters to us.
Hmm.
There's this American exceptionalism that just prevails over everything. Like you have people that say, I buy nothing but American cars. Even in the 90s when Toyota and
Was
the
making
Japanese car
cars in
manufacturers were
America,
crushing it.
right?
You had
But
people buying like horrible American trucks.
the other caveat to that is a lot of the Asian cars that were being made in America,
In
right?
America. Yeah. They're all
They were employing American workers.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And most of the
Toyota probably
American
produces
cars were
more.
made overseas.
I about to say Toyota probably produces more cars made in America than Ford or GM.
They're America's number one car manufacturer.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of Ford and GM car manufacturers are in like other countries,
Yes, they are. They're
like
mostly in Central and South
yeah,
America.
right, right. So yeah,
Mhm.
so just saying like I think it's good, man. I think it's good. I want to see more content. I think it makes
Yeah,
it makes it even makes Americans step their game up. Right?
yeah,
You can't
yeah,
you can't phone it in.
yeah. There's a lot of good. Like I'm watching right now, Extraordinary Attorney Woo, and I was like, it makes you feel like Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally silly like Ted Lasso. When it gets dark, and it's mostly light.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but like it's definitely in the queue to watch.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's such an interesting. This woman keeps character the whole entire time, and she never breaks the character of who she is in this. So,
Shang-Chi.
Markiplier to direct and star in movie adaptation of horror game Iron Lung. So Mark Edward Markiplier Fishback, veteran YouTuber who first gained fame steaming indie horror games like Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and Five Nights at Freddy, will be bringing one of those horror games to the silver screen. Iron Lung, a 2022 underwater survival horror game set on a submarine, appears in the Let's Play Markiplier channel shortly after its debut. On Friday, Deadline reported that the YouTuber will use his own script to adapt, direct, and star in the movie version of Iron Lung. That's a jump, son.
Before we
He's
talk
a
about, just looking in the chat, Defunk said, "Nah, if they dropped the Mandalorian all at once, people would have been told by their friends not to tune in." I like the Mandalorian season 3.
he may not be lying though. The Funk may not be lying on that.
We just reviewed it on binge worthy. We
I
gave it
loved it. I
yeah.
loved it.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
It definitely brought childlike wonder to the Mandalorian this third season.
Oh,
I mean, they show Grogu every other frame. They're like it's a Bo-Katan and and Jen will be talking to each other.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just cut to damn Grogu for no apparent reason.
It's going
He's
to
just
be
standing there like
it is going to be a family drama. They're going to be like the
they're like cut to the
space.
puppet. They're like cut to the puppet.
They're gonna be
He's the Steve Urkel of Family Matters.
Yeah, they're gonna be like the Family Matters. They're gonna be the Family Matters family of the galaxy.
Yeah. And he's the Steve Urkel. We always cut to him. Like Family Matters, when everybody tuned in for Steve, they had Steve like in every scene. They even made they made the opposite version of Steve, Stefan.
Stefan Arkell.
Arkell.
That's the most ridiculous name ever.
Instead of Steve Urkel.
They could have still kept his name as being Steve, but they said Stefan. Like, who do you know named Stefan? Other than Stefan Marbury, I've never met another Stefan.
I knew Stefan growing up.
I knew no Stefan.
I knew Stefan growing up. But the fact they cut to Grogu every other scene, like it'd be like he'll be talking, Jen will be talking to one of the Mandalorians, and they cut straight to Grogu. What does Grogu think? What kind of face is Grogu making? Is Grogu in frame? Put Grogu in frame.
Grogu walked away with the franchise, and when they did season 1 of the Mandalorian, they didn't even produce any toys for Grogu.
They didn't.
You know, somebody got fired. You know, somebody like, what?
It's not just that. It's a lot had to do with Jon Favreau didn't want him to. He didn't expect Grogu to be so big.
Yeah, well, I always heard or always thought that it was gonna be. They didn't do it because they didn't want the secret to.
They didn't want anybody to leak it. He wouldn't leak it. Like
because you know a lot of leaks drop because they're making the toys. You know?
Yes.
And that's true. So, I get that, but still, that's a lot of money to miss out on.
Oh yeah, they made up for it though.
I think they made up for it.
Yeah, they made up.
They made up for it. Yeah, I don't think he cared. They said Jon Favreau. People didn't know what he looked like.
Favreau cared, but I'm pretty sure Disney cared.
It's probably one of
they ended up making their money back.
One of the best decisions they ever made was
the best decision they made was hide Grogu. Because they would have showed him before the show aired, people would have bashed it. People would have backed out. Why they got this baby Yoda? This is horrible. Why would they? Is it the reincarnation of Yoda? I mean, the rumor mill would have been crazy, and everybody would have hated it.
It would have been crazy, but I think people would have come around. It would have been a lot of rumors, but once they saw it, they would have come around.
Nah, I think people were forever compared to Yoda, so they didn't allow any prefix story to go out.
So, it's all good.
At the end of the day, and I don't think they mind because they dropped $100 Grogu toy and it sold out instantly.
Yeah. Well, they had to ramp up production to get them out because the demand was so high, and they couldn't keep up with the demand. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've handled that.
They made their money back every time they pushed back the Snoop Dogg album. They made their money back.
With the Snoop Dogg album, what are you talking about?
When the first Snoop Dogg album came back, they pushed it back 3 times.
They did.
They pushed it back 3 times.
They did. That was a Death Row thing. They did that with all the Death Row.
But the whole thing is this: the whole point of releasing Grogu. We'll release Grogu in a minute. Y'all get him. Don't worry. We'll get the toys ready. And when the toys come out, y'all gonna buy them like rabid dogs. He came out with like 5 Funkos on like day one. They're like 5 different Funko Pops.
They had a lot of them, and it's
and they sold out.
I think because of that, they're actually gonna have a time jump for season 4, so they can sell more Grogu's. Like he's older, a different version of him, because like everybody who's wanted them has this version, and they're gonna
I don't think anybody wants teenage Grogu though.
I didn't say teenage. I said a different version.
Yeah,
different version. Like they killed Optimus Prime because the toys had all sold out.
Yep.
They Rodimus Prime, and then they bought Prime back.
Yep. I don't think people want to buy the kid Grogu. You know? Once he got past the toddler stage, they're not gonna want him.
I don't know. We shall see. I don't think that's true. I think people are gonna still want different variations.
Babies are cute. Kids are annoying.
I don't know if that's true. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah. No, people like kids when they're their kids. When they're other people's kids, people don't care about them kids.
I don't agree with that, Chuck.
Yeah, Randy, strangers are not walking up to kids saying that kid is so cute. Oh my God, that kid is so cute. When they're toddlers and little kids, when they're babies,
toddlers, they do it more.
Yeah,
but kids, there's plenty of shows that get kids all the time.
Yes, I'm not talking about shows, but I'm talking about this is a puppet.
4 and 5-year-old kids. People love kids. They literally bring kids into shows.
They have kids in the shows, but I don't think people going to care to see when they had Grogu as the baby. We've never seen like babies grow up on shows. There's like few, like Modern Family's Lily. Lily grew up on the show, and Lily's popularity got worse as she became a teenager. She went into the tween space.
Teenagers are great.
She went into the tween space. People were like, "Oh, we don't care about her." Yeah. But when Lily was little, people loved her on Modern Family. People liked her as a precocious child too.
But you said like toddlers, like 6, 7, 8 years old. Like people love those kids at that age.
They show Grogu. They're gonna show Grogu like at 15.
Well, then that's a hell of. Well, first of all, I don't know about 15 because he's 50 something years old now.
Well, he's 300. 300 then
in his teenage stage, and people didn't hate Groot as he got older.
People didn't like Groot. Didn't do teenage Groot didn't do as well as baby Groot.
I don't think he did as well, but that doesn't mean he didn't do well.
But they love baby Groot so much they gave him his own show.
No. They gave him his own show as a flashback just to create.
Yeah, but they gave it to baby Groot. They didn't show kid Groot. They showed baby Groot.
There's no content. So
they show baby Groot though.
Yeah, I don't think people hate kids.
They don't hate kids, but then in comparison to a toddler or a baby, it's not the same.
You know, toddlers always win, but like you get them like a little older, people gonna still want to buy a different version of Groot. I mean, not a Groot of Grogu.
Grogu, I don't know. I think people like having that baby doll feel up of having Grogu, that Cabbage Patch Kid Grogu.
I feel like they are. I feel like they'll buy a different iteration of them. I think there's gonna be.
We'll see. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll see out here.
And if they do, I'll be like, Randy, you were right. People was like, fuck that kid. I think people are gonna be like, fuck that kid.
Oh Lord.
You know? Nobody cared about Kid Anakin. Nobody cared about Kid Anakin.
Yeah, people love Kid Anakin.
No, they didn't. Whatever. People like, fuck the kid. It was so bad. The actor, when he ended up quitting, he ended up quit acting. Period.
People love Kid Anakin.
Nobody cared about Kid Anakin. Nobody cared about Kid Anakin.
Phantom Menace was just a bad movie.
Nobody cared about Kid Anakin.
That's all that was. Phantom Menace was a bad movie.
And the nerds ain't gonna care about baby child Groot. I mean child Grogu. We'll see though. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting what they do to Grogu. What they're gonna do with him.
That's even if we get a season 4. I don't think it's been renewed yet. They might just just go off and we get more.
They should go off and they should call one of the Mandalorians and let Jen do it whatever he does.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back. I mean, they got to lead up into Dave Filoni's movie too. So she said Kathy Kennedy came out and said that it's going to be like 5 or 6 more years until the movie. So you figure there's probably going to be at least maybe 3 to 4 more seasons of Mandalorian.
Oh,
5 years? No, that's not. That's what.
Maybe like 2 years,
Yeah,
two
maybe like
seasons, 2 seasons, at
at
least
most.
two
yeah.
seasons, and then maybe like 2 or 3 seasons of Ahsoka, and
Yeah.
then
I
goes
said they
into
don't do 2 more seasons of Mandalorian. They just do other stories. Ahsoka,
yeah.
they finish up the Bad Batch, and all of a sudden we're 5 years ahead or 20 years ahead, and
Yeah,
Grogu's
but but
older.
I, but I think what you said about everybody loving Grogu, I think like they're gonna want to continue Grogu's story.
They are
So
gonna definitely continue Grogu's
yeah,
story.
they're
They
not
have
gonna.
to, because you gotta show what happens to Grogu.
I almost thought he was gonna speak at the end of the finale.
Yeah,
I really thought he was gonna start speaking at the end of this finale.
he,
They almost had it, not to spoil anything if people haven't watched it, but
But I don't
there
know.
was one moment at the end when somebody was talking to him, and I thought he was gonna respond back and actually talk.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Because
This
didn't.
toddler is already 50 years old. Yeah, when
yeah,
he's
he's
when he's,
already.
I think nobody wants to look at 300-year-old Grogu.
The thing is too is like, where is Grogu in this universe?
Yes, they got to find a place to put him too. And
Like,
they either have to kill him or something, because there's no way he's gonna let the new empire come back, and the new
right?
empire comes back
Where does
strong.
whatchamacallit, the Mandalorian?
Jin,
Yeah, where is Jin
Jin
and
Gargan,
the and,
Jarian.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Din.
the whatchamacallit, the was it what are they called
He
now? They're
gets
not the
killed.
Empire. They're not the Empire. They're what? What are they
First
called?
Order,
First Order. Yeah, where are they in the First Order, and what happened to them?
they get killed. First Order kills them. It's the only thing
I
I
would
can think of.
I would imagine, yeah.
Thrawn kills him. Thrawn kills him.
Yeah, but we still got a whole lot. We still got a whole lot in how Thrawn.
We don't have Thrawn, because Thrawn
Yeah,
has to die too, because he's not in the First
he's
Order.
not in the First Order either. Thrawn,
Mm-mm.
Ezra, or did they come back? Did they leave? So I mean, it's still a lot out there.
Sabine, like what happens to Sabine? What
Well,
happens
all
to
of them.
Ahsoka?
Bean, Ahsoka, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, it's still a lot of questions out there. Where all these characters, where
yeah.
are they,
Bo-Katan,
and where are they
Bo-Katan
in
is still
the
in.
rise of the First Order?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. We know the First Order is happening, and the New Republic is not strong because they're a bunch of idiots.
well, the old Republic was weak and corrupt. I mean,
Yeah,
you had the Jedi on their side that lasted a long time, and we saw breaks in the original Republic.
we
And
did.
the separatists were able to rise to power pretty damn easy. Like it was whole sectors and galaxy. Like, yeah, we're not messing with the Republic anymore, right? Like that. So
Yep.
so we'll see how the First Order screwed it all up and what happens to all these characters in the
Yep.
meantime.
I didn't like how they killed Moff Gideon.
Huh?
Or we don't know if he's dead or not. We don't know if he's dead or not.
No, and what havoc did I wonder, did Kylo kill a lot of them?
I wonder.
Yeah, did he kill Grogu
At Luke's school,
at Luke's school? Well, we know he killed all of them, but like, what about the other characters? Where Ahsoka,
mm-hmm.
all of them, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, because I don't see Ahsoka being killed very easily by the.
No, I don't think Kylo could kill her.
I think he definitely would kill her, but
He would if he had an opportunity to.
yeah, but
But
who?
she can fight.
Oh, she can fight her ass off. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's how I feel like, how can he kill her? And she's
So
a superior fighter.
how do they kill her? The only person I think could kill Ahsoka is another Force user.
Yes. And really, in particular, the only person that can kill Ahsoka is probably Anakin.
So that's what I'm saying. So what Force user are we going
Or
to
Vader.
get strong enough to kill Ahsoka?
Randy, that's what I want to know too. Like, who can kill her? Maybe Thrawn can kill her. Trapper can kill her.
I don't see it. I just don't.
I don't either. But we'll see. Like, what happens to the Bad Batch and Omega?
Well, they get old, so I can see them getting old. Because we get Rex and them that are old later on.
Where do they go? You just let them get old and die? They just die in the galaxy? They don't fight? They see the First Order rising? Those old men will fight to the death.
Yeah, they would, but I see them not being as difficult to kill because they're so old.
I don't know.
I don't know. But we don't know.
Omega doesn't age.
Yeah.
She's older than the Bad Batch.
She just not age. She ages very slow.
Very slow. Yeah, she ages very slow.
Right, so, no, agree. Where is Omega?
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's a lot open out there.
There's a lot of right now. There's a lot of gaping holes that they have to write the hell out of some stories. But I think they're gonna do it though. I have faith in
I definitely think they're going to
in
do it.
Favreau.
I just hope they can stick the landing. That's it.
Yeah.
Not that the ideal is out there. It's like, what's up with the execution?
Yeah, they can nail it. I think they'll nail it. I think they'll be able to nail it. It's gonna be interesting to watch this though.
I hope so.
Watch it unfold. Hopefully, it's
4 or 5
exciting all the
years.
way through.
Next 4 or 5 years should be really exciting.
Because they have to they have to show us about what's the Force user, the Jar Jar Binks character, the guy to play Jar Jar Binks. They gotta tell us what happened to him.
They don't have to, right?
They don't have to. No, you're right. You're right. They don't have to.
There are certain characters they kind of gotta tell. They gotta tell us what happens to Ahsoka. They gotta tell us.
I think they will though, because he's still wrapped up into like Grogu's origin story.
Yeah, but
right. So you gotta figure out like where he went after.
Where he went at the
but it's so much. Like they gotta tell us.
How did he keep him hidden for all that time? Like, you know.
They gotta tell us that. Hell, we got here. What's going on with Ezra? You know.
Yeah. They brought Ezra back.
Yeah, we gotta bring Ezra back.
And Ezra's been riding hyper.
There's so much that they have to talk to deal with.
Yeah, they got a lot to deal with. Like he's been in a spaceship with Thrawn,
and we get mentioned
connected to a hyperspace whale this whole entire time.
And we get a mention of Thrawn in whatchamacallit, The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back. So we still got Grogu, Ezra.
And they showed the whales too. Grogu sees the whales.
Yeah, Ezra. We got the Bad Batch. Like, it's a lot out there in the use. Ahsoka. It's a lot out there in the universe where we have no idea.
And all this is tied to the Skywalker story.
All of it is. Yeah.
This is all tied to the Skywalker story.
We got to resolve all of these plot points before episode 7.
Yep, before Force Awakens.
Yeah, the Force Awakens. So
maybe they just eliminate those last 3 movies and start it all over again with new characters. Like, they put that in Legend and start over with new canon.
I feel like that's what Dave Filoni is doing, is trying to fill in the gaps.
Man,
all of those things.
I mean, gaps in throughout that whole entire thing.
No, I hear you. Yeah, we still got to. I mean, the cloning technology. We still got to figure out how Palpatine survived, right? You know what I'm saying? And Rey's parents and how they created.
And Moff Gideon.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
like cloning ain't that hard. Apparently, Moff Gideon did it hidden on the planet of Mandalore.
And he was trying to take it so far. He was going clone Force users to be for clones to be able to use the Force. That seemed like that'd be awfully complicated.
Yeah, you think it would, but no. All you need is was the metachlorines in them, and that's all you gotta do.
They don't even understand how the metachlorines work.
No, that's in the first 3 movies, but by the time they got to Moff Gideon, they understood it. It's like plasma. Who knows?
So I mean, they got a lot to do.
They got a lot to do.
You know.
This is an odd shape of events. Redbox wants to save Netflix's DVD business. Redbox wants to give Netflix DVD business a second chance at life, but Netflix isn't budging. Bill Rohana, the CEO of Chicken Soup for the Soul, which acquired Redbox for $370 million, $70 million last year, tells the Hollywood Reporter that Netflix has brushed off his attempts to purchase his DVD business 3 or 4 times before Netflix announced its decision to sunset the offering on Tuesday.
Why wouldn't they
because Bree probably don't give a fuck. Like, fuck you and your business.
I mean, it wouldn't cost them anything. He just sell like, all right, y'all want to hear, take it. They make a quick little buck, and then just move on. I don't get why they wouldn't do that. I didn't even know Redbox was still around.
Yeah, they're still. I go to 7-Eleven, they're still there.
See, I guess that's the thing. We don't have 7-Elevens in the Midwest. I didn't even know 7-Eleven was still around. I thought it died in the 80s.
I don't have 7-Elevens.
I ain't seen a 7-Eleven since like 85, 86. Like Slurpees and shit like that. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even know they still had 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I swear I saw one in Lexington.
I haven't seen, like I said, I don't recall seeing a 7-Eleven. I haven't been to one, so it's
Okay.
interesting to me that you even say like, oh, like 7-Eleven, like yeah, they went out of business too, right?
They got new logo and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
7-Eleven's popping, dog. Go in there at 1:00 in the morning, it's popping. It's like being in Walmart.
Like back in the day, I remember because like that was their thing was Slurpees. It was like, yeah, you get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
Yep. Rodney says I see red box machines in grocery stores. Yeah, we have them in grocery stores here.
We used to have them all the time in the grocery store. You walk into the grocery store and the red box is right there off to the right. But like now, I don't really see them in grocery stores like that anymore. I don't even see a market for DVDs or videos.
Matter of fact, it's probably when I first moved back to LA, I saw somebody at the Red Box getting Red Box movies.
Back when I mean, that was what, 10 years ago?
No, 2020.
2020?
This is during the pandemic.
Really? See,
yeah.
We used to have them in Kroger and Walmart all the time, but like I don't see them anymore.
Yeah, I saw it. I looked dead at it, and I was like, oh, because I walked in. I forgot what I was getting. I was getting something like a chicken sandwich. No, I was getting the egg sandwich.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
They had good blizzies there too at 7-Eleven.
Like I don't even know where you like rent DVDs or Blu-rays or anything anymore. Like I haven't seen any place to do it because like all the video stores, or at least where I live at, like they're all closed. Like there's no video stores, and then Redbox had kind of stepped in there for that, but like I don't see those anymore. So when I ever see a Redbox, I'm always astonished. I'm like, they don't have Netflix.
So in Japan, they have CD rental shops. And you go in and you rent CDs, and then you can rent CDs, and you can rent Blu-rays, and you can rent video games all at the same place. And people still do that.
Yeah, so I just thought everybody.
I didn't know people still do that. Yeah, I was like,
watch something, you just download it on Prime. I was like, don't everybody have Amazon Prime? Unless like you're really old or something like that, then maybe. But I just thought everybody had Amazon Prime at this point.
Yep. So, more Twitter news, of course. So Twitter if you didn't know, Randy, Twitter actually pulled up all their the blue checks off everybody unless you pay for it. So everybody that had a blue check, they woke up yesterday morning, I think. They were like, my blue check's gone.
But help me to understand. I thought the blue check was only applicable for like celebrities, or you had to have a certain amount.
Yes. And so they took all the blue checks away from even the celebrities and everybody. So they all lost their blue checks unless they pay $8 a month for it. So you can pay
even
$8
Beyonce.
a month. What's up?
Even Beyonce. She lost. LeBron lost his blue check. Everybody lost their blue check.
Lost their blue check.
Yeah. But then it was weird because LeBron straight up said, like, he's like, I ain't paying for it.
Yeah, everybody said they're not paying for it.
And
then, I'm not paying for it.
And then Elon actually bought it for him. Elon came out and said he actually bought it for him. So his check's still there. But Elon's saying, I'm paying for it. And he's like, so it's basically, it's a fucking mess, dude. And I just saw something. I just saw something on Twitter where it basically said they only got like 28 people to buy.
Yep. A lot of people I know were like, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, everybody I know.
I'm not buying it.
They're just like, I'll be, see you later.
And more fucked up news is this. Microsoft disables Xbox to Twitter sharing, likely due to the API cost. So Twitter's like, hey, we're going to make our API money now. The thing that's usually free for everybody so people can actually use our network and to bring in more customers, we're going to charge you for that little piece of software code.
And to connect it. Something even worse with, because like there was a space shuttle, it was uncrewed, good thing. It blew up as it was taking off.
Yep.
This guy, boy.
Yeah, same day the checks went away, his heavy rocket blew up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 4 minutes into to the flight. So he had himself a day yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of days when them Saudis ask for those $1 million
Oh yeah.
payments, and he
Oh yeah.
can't make them.
Oh yeah.
He
Well,
he did it. He did the audit of the company, announced, yeah, Twitter's only worth 20 million. You were a fool then. You paid double.
now he paid 20 billion or
20 billion. 20
okay,
billion.
okay. I'm about to say 20 million shit. It's over with, dude, if that's all it's worth. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he paid what 54 billion for
50. Yep, I think so. Like
yeah.
52 billion
Man,
for
can you imagine
520.
the interest payments on that shit?
Millions of dollars a month.
Billions. And I don't know where you gonna run to when them Saudis come looking for you, son.
Mm-hmm. 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 So he's charging for the API now. Xbox players started to notice this week that Microsoft removed the ability to share screenshots and clips to Twitter straight from their consoles on Xbox Game Bar on Windows. Open up the sharing options window, and you'll see that the options for Twitter has been entirely removed. So you can't even share. So you can't take screenshots, games, nothing like that. And that content draws people in. Twitter needs content, user
Oh
generated
yeah.
content.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're taking away one of the tools that can create user generated content. It's crazy. This is what they say. Xbox change does coincide with Twitter's rollout of the new API price structure, which could cost a company like Microsoft around $42,000 per month. And for Microsoft, they're like, we don't make any money by sharing these screenshots and these videos.
$42,000 ain't no money to a month.
It ain't. But we ain't making no money doing it.
Right. I mean, Elon Musk is supposed to be like a smart guy, but like it seems like everything he do is either egregious or just really stupid. And I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's on fire. He even has he demands advertisers to buy Twitter Blue to run ads. Twitter sent advertisers an email telling them they can't advertise on the platform unless they subscribe to Twitter Blue.
Well,
Accounts that
remember,
already spent $1,000 or more a month will apparently be exempt.
remember when he first purchased Twitter, a lot of advertisers were jumping ship.
Jump ship anyway.
Especially a lot of the car companies, Toyota and General Motors and Ford, because they're like, why are we going to advertise on a platform owned by one of our competitors?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would they?
So it's just like I just don't get it. But I don't want to talk about Elon because we talk about with Elon is just dumb shit that he does. So let's find another story. Let's do something better.
Okay. Okay. I find a happy story.
It don't have to be happy. I just don't want to talk about Elon.
Okay. Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's officially done with the MCU. The saga Natasha Romanoff may truly be over as Marvel Cinematic Universe veteran and Black Widow actor Scarlett Johansson says she's done with the franchise. I'm done. Chapter is over. I did all that I had to do. Also, coming back and playing a character again and again over a decade of time is such a unique experience. During this, Johansson asked her MCU co-star Pepper Potts actor Gwyneth Paltrow if she was finished with the MCU, to which Paltrow answered that she believes she was, though Johansson joked she could come back at some point, and Marvel Studios is never going to let Paltrow go.
So I mean, all of this is immediate fallout for what happened during the pandemic.
I think it did.
They released
Black Widow
through the pandemic,
mm-hmm.
and the rules for streaming and artists getting paid off of it hadn't really been defined, right? We weren't expecting this ever to happen, and so it got really contentious between both of the camps, between her camp and Marvel, right? And they fired her, didn't they? And then they kind of backtracked, and she said she would never work with them again. So I really just feel like this is just all negotiation tactics.
Yep. I mean, her character's still alive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them wanting to get rid of her.
Right. And I can't imagine she really wants to get rid of a check like
all that money.
Yeah, I mean, she got money, but still, it's a good little check, man.
Yeah, it is a good little check. $20-30 million is good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they're negotiating and they're negotiating in the public. I could be wrong, I'm not there, you know. But I don't think she really wants to walk away from the possibility of ever being in a Marvel movie. I don't think anybody wants to do that.
I'm pretty sure.
And like, fuck that. I don't want to make $1 billion. I don't want to make 30-40 million. Nobody says I don't want to make $40 million.
Yep. Unless you're The Rock. Unless you're The Rock.
Even
he walked away.
From what?
The Fast and the Furious franchise.
Agree, but The
He's
Rock
like fucking I'm walking away from these movies.
But The Rock can go out and get 40 million someplace else.
Yeah, but he's on one of the few actors that can walk away from it.
He's one of the few. If most other actors ain't gonna be like we'll give you 40 million, you'd be like, no, I don't want that.
That's true.
Not many.
Not many at all, except The Rock.
Yeah, and that's because he can get another 40. Hell, The Rock tried to take over the whole DC franchise.
He did. It's gonna be The Rock CU.
Right. He's like, we gonna make Black Adam the main foil, and it's like, no.
And he's gonna whip Superman's ass to take over
Superman's ass, right. Be like, well, he normally fights Shazam. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. I'm The Rock.
Yeah, I don't fight a kid. I fight grown men.
Yeah, I fight Superman. So yeah, I mean, well, you get, that lets you know The Rock, so The Rock does whatever the hell he wants to do, which he's earned that, right? Because I was watching this interview with The Rock and Kevin Hart, and the interviewer was like, "Oh, The Rock, Dwayne, we heard that you bought your mother a house," and Kevin Hart was like, "Yeah, $1 billion later, you just finally bought your mama a house."
I love it too. I love it too.
Congratulations, Mom! You finally moved out the trailer. So The Rock can do that. Like The Rock is like one of the few people in this world can be like, all right, I can walk away from a $40 million paycheck.
Yeah, because I get paid.
Ain't really do that, and she's a big actress, but
she ain't walking away from no $60 million.
Ain't walking away from it at all. So I'm calling cap. What is that? What the kids still say? They still call it cap. I'm calling cap.
So, if you didn't know, the Super Mario Brothers got a redo of a movie. Did you know the original movie included a stripper party? Man, the original Super Mario Brothers film starring John Leguizamo. Leguizamo opens up at the creators or original Dark Vision and Disney's response. So it opened up at the stripper party, live action adaptation of the Nintendo franchise. Discussed filmmaker Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel's initial take on the film. They were the biggest commercial directors of the era. They had this dark vision that Disney was not okay with. So there was all this headbutting that was incredible. That party scene, those are the strippers. Those are all strippers from North Carolina that they put on the set that they had in the most revealing clothes and costumes. Disney was not happy at all. They had to cut a lot of it out, blow it out, CGI it, whatever had technology they had back in the day.
Yeah, but say CGI wasn't that well developed back when that movie came
they
out.
did whatever they could. So they had a full-on stripper scene in the movie. I mean, it came out at the right time in '93. That's after the titty era. The titty era was drying up at the time.
We talked about that a couple of days ago, like the 80s. All the
every '80s movie had titties in it.
And the Friday the 13th.
They have Logan's Run, which is a sci-fi show.
What was that one? Fast Times at Richmond High.
They all showed titties. Grease. They're like zoom in on the titties. They zoom in on. They zoom in on. They do zoom in on them. Smokey and the Bandit. All of them. All the movies. Yeah. Cannonball Run.
48 Hours. Trading Places. Like all the movies. Yeah.
Weird Science.
Weird Science. All the movies. Yeah. It was.
So I can see why Super Mario Brothers back in '93 would have strippers in the scene.
You can't have strippers in Super Mario Brothers.
Well, Disney and Mario released a film with strippers in the scene.
But the problem was it probably cost so much money to try to take it out because CGI technology was not that.
It was not there. It was not there.
92 or 93, right? They probably airbrushing things and got animators and all kinds of stuff, right? So they was like, you know what? It's just cheaper to go ahead and release. Try to clean it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and release it as it is.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
It was man, I'm trying to tell you, they were like, yo, put the strippers in. Put the Super Mario Brothers needs some damn strippers. We're gonna talk about plumbers. They're gonna plumb all right. They're gonna clean some pipes.
I have to imagine they did that because, right, you want kids to see it, right? Because they play the video games and stuff. But like their parents, right? You know, their parents are there. You know?
And they came in the 80s.
Right.
They had titties and everything.
You know, some dad is like, what the hell I'm watching this bullshit for, you know? Like,
I could stay home, watch Porky's Revenge.
Right, I can stay home, watch Porky's, right? And then he goes there and it's like, oh shit, they got a strip scene in. I didn't know this.
Oh man, the 80s and 90s are so interesting. Oh man.
Mark says, I wonder what became of the cast and director cause what WTF?
I'm gonna look that up for you right now, Mark, because I'm curious too. I'm really curious. I know one thing. When I was at Tokyo Pop and we were doing covers for Street Fury for the DVD, and so we're talking to Walmart. Walmart was our biggest distributor. And we had tank covers, we had models on the covers, and the distributor at Walmart was like, yo, y'all gotta do better than this.
Really?
Y'all gotta do better than this. Like, this ain't gonna sell. This is so PG-13. We're like, well, it's in Walmart. We want to increase. I'm gonna throw it on the end cap regardless. He said, you know what y'all should do? Y'all should get porn stars to be on your
Duvall on there. I still remember.
I remember, yeah. I got Lacey Duvall on it. Put Lacey Duvall. Man. I went to AVNs because of Tokyo Pop.
Did you? You went to AVNs?
Yeah, because of Tokyo Pop. To recruit girls for the cover of the
I remember because Big C was on there.
Big C, Carlton. Shit.
Lacey Duvall was on like the hood of one of the cars. I was like,
yep. We got porn stars. They told that was the distributor at Walmart. He was like, yo, he had the board with him. They were like, yeah, what y'all doing is way too tame. It's like, it's way too classy. They're like,
go ahead.
They were like, we can connect y'all to porn stars if y'all want to. I was like, Walmart's connecting us to porn stars.
People don't give porn enough credit, man.
They don't.
Porn has accelerated many industries.
It was so wild.
The reason VHS beat Betamax is because VHS made deals with the porn industry to tape the tape. That's why they were. And I don't nobody say the internet, the proliferation of the internet.
It's because of porn.
What? Because of porn.
Mm-hmm. That's why video codecs got so good so fast.
Yes, because how could you get a bunch of average dudes who've never been on a computer to be interested in this thing called the internet? How? You put free porn out there.
Porn. I remember being at Morehouse. You go into the computer lab. Guys had headphones on. Looking at porn.
Everybody had porn all around.
It was wild. The 90s was a wild time.
Like, man, you've been on that internet. Be like, see, younger people don't get it now because porn is everywhere. But before the internet, like, you really had to pay for stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you had to find it.
Yeah, you had to find it. The internet made it free, baby. The internet made it free, and cats lost their mind.
It was wild. It was a wild time, but back in the days. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna see.
Walmart, the porn connect. Yeah, man. The porn industry don't get enough. You know, Netflix has a documentary. I think it's on Pornhub. I haven't watched it yet, but
they do. They do have one.
Mentioned to see how it is.
It's interesting. There's a lot of stuff going. That industry is really, really interesting anyway.
Yeah, man. And then they used to have like a conference with the electron EA or something like that. It was a conference, but it was held at the same time as like
it was CES. CES and AVNs were tied. Yes. They were tied. No, they were actually tied together, where CES had AVNs built into it, and you have to have a special badge to get into AVNs. Yeah. Like they had some of the ballrooms in the Sands were AVN ballrooms.
Yeah.
And so you had to pay for that package, but you can get in. Yeah. And I remember at Tokyo Pop, like 2005, 2006, we had AVN passes. And on the last days, I wanted to go to CES stuff.
But yeah.
So I could trade my AVN pass for like 3 or 4 CES badges.
When it first started, like in the 70s, right? It was the CES, but the AV, they arranged it for CES to be at the same time as the AVNs. So like all the salesmen for the big corporations and things, they would tell like their wives they were going to the electronics convention to get things to sell. But what they were doing was kind of what you were talking about. They were selling their CES passes to go to the
AVNs. Yeah. Yeah. We were giving ours to go to CES, so we would just trade.
Yeah, right. And so later on, they probably synced up and everything. But yeah, that's how it grew. We gotta give the porn industry more credit, man.
So Mark wanted to know what happened with the casting director for the Super Mario movie that had the stripper scene. So one of them, the casting director, the male casting director, a married couple, he didn't do much of anything else afterwards. However, the woman, her name is Molly Finn. She was born on March 8th, 1938 in Danville, Illinois. She was casting director for LA Confidential. Oh, okay. That's afterwards. Avatar. And she was the casting director for Titanic.
James Cameron's Avatar?
Yes.
Okay.
So the woman, she's after that, she's casted like tons of movies, like tons of Running with Scissors, Around the Bend, Undertow, the assassination of Richard Nixon, Raising Helen, The Girl Next Door, The Big Bounce, The Matrix Revolutions, Out of Time.
So you don't even have to mention anymore. She's been very successful then.
The Matrix Reloaded, yeah. All because she casted strippers in the Mario movie.
She needs a documentary.
She needs a documentary. Oh man, she's casted so many things. Jesus. Oh my goodness. The Matrix. She was the casting director for The Matrix.
I love it.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah. Guess you gotta crawl before you can walk.
He's like, get the fuck out of here. Guess you gotta crawl before you walk. Dude, but the bullet for her. But the bullet, yeah. She ended up doing it well. She killed it.
Nah, that ain't never happening. Disney ain't never putting strippers in a Mario movie. Nah.
Never again.
Never. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
So bless her, good luck to her. She set a precedent and it ain't never gonna be repeated.
Mm-hmm. Don Finn, I think that's her husband. Yeah, that's her husband. They were previously married, so they divorced, and she blew up, baby. She blew up.
Wrong. Now things are so like a lot of rules that were applicable back in the day are not necessarily applicable now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a stigma to have an OnlyFans page now, right?
What do you mean? Yes, it is.
There's plenty of
Yes, it
people out here with
is.
OnlyFans pages.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
There's plenty of people out here with OnlyFans pages.
Yeah, everybody has them, but Hollywood ain't hiring no actress that has 1 million fans and she playing for her PP on the OnlyFans. She put up her PP on OnlyFans.
They have porn stars that are in television shows and movies now. Back in the day, it never happened.
But and Disney ain't gonna have it one star next to The Rock.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You got an OnlyFans. You're not gonna be up there fighting ninjas with Scarjo in a Marvel film. You're not gonna be one of the widows.
But you can be in the movie business, or
you can, yeah, because you played your PP. You played your PP on OnlyFans.
Back in the day, you used to not be in. Like, that's why you got into porn, was because ABC wasn't hiring. Fox wasn't
actually hiring. I used to think that was all the way true until I befriended a number of porn stars. They always wanted to do porn. Meeting women at all, like you came out to LA to do porn. Like, yes, best place to do porn.
I hear that. Ron Jeremy said he wanted to be in the movie business.
Yeah, he did. He
couldn't get roles, and so
couldn't get roles. Yeah, he ended up doing cocaine and fucking his way through the 80s. That was the 80s. But now porn is, women want to come out here and just do porn. It's just like,
I get that.
You moved from Nebraska to LA to be in the porn. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to make it in the guy. There's girls right now on OnlyFans trying to get picked up by porn companies.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
It's times are different. Times are different. But
I just don't think porn is taboo like it used to.
It's not. It's not taboo. No. But no respectable film house is gonna cast no porn star as a lead.
Not as a lead. Not as a lead. You're right. But to be in a movie, right?
Sasha Grey is probably the most successful porn star ever. And she played herself in Entourage.
Right, but that was a big deal. It was like Sasha Grey actually got in a movie. Right?
Yes.
She was in Slaughter.
What's her name?
It was like, oh my God, like that's never ever happened before.
Yes. Another one that turned was Sunny Leon. Sunny Leon made the transition too.
I don't know who that.
She made the transition too. But there's not many of them that have made the transition.
It's not, but it's not as big a deal. Like, like, oh yeah, you got an OnlyFans page. All right.
Yeah, it's not as much.
We didn't know names of porn stars back in the day.
No, we didn't. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Shouts out to all the old school porn stars, the Lacey Grays, the Lacey
the Mika Tans. The Lacey Duvall.
Leslie Duvall. Yeah, man. Shouts out to all the porn stars out there and all the old school ones that help make my life, memorable.
Make your life better.
Right. Help make my life better back in the day.
I remember going to the AVNs. Inge would be like, don't you come back with anything. She like, I bought some wet wipes for you when you get back in the house. Like, what are you doing? It's not like that. Chloe Cherry.
Yeah, man. What was some other one?
Oh, there's so many.
Cherokee, the ass. Yeah, man. Shout out to all those.
All these porn stars. I don't know them like that.
Man,
I don't know them all. Like right now, Skin Diamond. Raylan.
Old, a little
Raylan, yeah, she's trying to get into music.
Okay.
She's been trying to get into music.
Heather Hunter was the OG.
Wow. Rodney's on his head right now. He said, how the hell we get into porn? He said, how the hell we get in this conversation? It's Friday, Rodney. That's how we got there. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up.
We almost done.
We're wrapping it up. No, we're not gonna let you talk about porn no more.
We should leave on a respectable story.
Okay. I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story for you.
All right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meet Stranger Things in a comic, and it was explored the dynamic between Eleven and Raphael.
Hold on, what was that now?
What? You didn't hear me? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things are going to do a comic book together.
I saw that. Yeah. No.
And it's going to be for Eleven and Raphael. Everyone's favorite Hawkins sextet Levin, Max, Dustin, Mike, Will, and Lucas are looking forward to a nice summer trip in the suburbs and into New York. According to IDW, new release, but a threat both bizarre and familiar will happen requiring them to help Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael. You know, and let's hope that doesn't turn into a porn.
Do that. Why did you have to do that? We were fine. We were away. We were engaged.
Turtleneck.
In a story.
Brings a new story. They're teenagers. What do you expect out of them?
Well, I want to say this. Mark said Heather Hunter was a Soul Train dancer.
She was a Soul Train dancer.
I bet she was.
She was a Soul Train dancer.
But now I think that's kind of dope. So is Stranger Things done, or
no? They got another season left.
They got another season. Okay.
They got another season left.
Okay, so Stranger Things and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. I'm with it. I'm excited about the
They have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman crossover, and it's pretty dope.
Have you ever seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman crossover?
When
Shredder kicks Batman's ass.
Yep.
Oh, it's a dope scene. It's so dope.
You know why he kicks his ass? Because Batman's just strong because he got a lot of rich toys. That's why. When a street dude comes for you, he can whoop that ass.
Shredder showed up, and Batman was like, Shredder put them goddamn hands on Batman.
As he's supposed to.
Now I didn't see all.
Then look there and said, "Rich boy, you don't want none of this for real."
Man, he was like, "You not ready for this, son." Put them hands on his ass. I was like, "This is dope as hell."
Well, this TMNT and Stranger Things, his comic book store is on July 12th. You gonna buy it?
Yeah, I think it's dope. Yeah, man, I want to. Yeah, I want to read the comic.
Yeah, Mark said he got to read the comic too.
I think that's funny.
I think this is a good place to end the show, Randy. What do you think?
Yeah, man, that's a good story. That's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things. I think the toys, they make toys for this shit. These two, it'd be dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Or if they make this comic book and turn around and animate it, it'd be dope if they made it.
So is Stranger Things is it Warner's? Like is it produced by
It's Netflix.
So I guess they just agreed to it. That's cool.
Yeah. Netflix licenses out their properties.
Okay.
Yeah. IDW makes the comic book. So it's IDW.
Okay. What's IDW?
I forgot what IDW means, but it's a comic book company. It's one of the big comic book companies.
Cool.
What does IDW mean? I want to say something distributor or something.
Okay, cool. Nah, man, I think it sounds cool. I'm
IDW Publishing is American Comic Book. It's I think it's Ted Adams is the founder. Their subsidiaries are Top Shelf and whatnot. IDW. I don't know what IDW stands for. I'll look it up though.
Nah, you ain't got to.
Idea and Design Works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think it's a cool idea. It's not something that I would think of, right? So that's what makes it really cool.
Yep. With that being said, anything you want to share with the people before we get up out of here, Randy?
Man, everybody have a good weekend, and Monday join us back. I think Pod Squadron will be back Monday, and then we'll have GeekBeast after that. So check us out Monday.
Yeah. For everybody that don't know, the Geekish Network is a people of color network that specializes in geek and cool shit. And for y'all to subscribe, like and share to all your friends and family. And drink up. Hope you had a good time with us for happy hour. And we will see you all Monday. Shout out to Digital Click. Shout out to Defunct for curating all our stories for us. And shout out to Rodney for being a great technical producer and director. Peace.